If you smell what Benny Safdie is cooking. That was weird. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Garage. Gerald here with you. A trailer reaction. Woo! The Smashing Machine. Directed by one of the Safdie brothers, Benny Safdie, and most notably starring The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I'm curious if he is wondering what I think about this trailer.
It doesn't matter what you think!
No, all right, okay, calm down. But nonetheless, I am going to watch it in real time. I have not seen it yet, and then I will give you some quick thoughts at the end, my initial reaction. You know, this one is in the conversation for award season. I don't have quite as much faith in this one, but of course, I've only really seen the one, maybe two stills of The Rock in the ring. All right, let's get this thing in here. And let's give it a watch. 1, 2, 3, play.
Probably looking at my eyes.
How did that happen?
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
That's the bloody thing they're trying to ban.
This guy is the best he has ever seen.
Do you hate each other when you fight?
Absolutely not.
I mean, he looks great. He's kind of acting like himself so far.
Oh, we go way back. But he's a buddy of mine.
Come on, baby. Too much?
Never.
Too much?
No.
Please welcome in his Octagon debut,
Emily Blunt.
Winning is the best feeling there is. It's 40,000 people, and they're cheering you on. There's no other high like it in the world.
Does he have like an accent there?
No contract, no money? No money. Do you have any stronger pain medication?
Advil?
Advil?
Yeah.
Don, would you like
No.
They're handing them out like candy. Let's all get in. Everybody get in. Hey, Don, can you take this picture for us?
Yeah.
What are you thinking at the beginning of the fight?
It's simple. Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
Yes,
Not the single tear. Elvis song is
This Grand Prix to crown the greatest fighter
awesome choice.
in the world. He has come back from the brink. Let's see if he can pull out a victory over Mark Coleman.
Have you spoken to either about fighting such a good friend for a life-changing amount of money?
I just need you to let me in.
Always about you. Only about fighting
It's
you.
about you. Let's fucking go. Big strong man, I love you.
I think he wants your autograph.
Sure, no problem. No fighting.
October 3rd. Look, it looks good, okay? You know, the Safdies obviously did movies like Good Time, Uncut Gems, so they have that real, like, frantic energy and anxiety-ridden kind of filmmaking. I didn't really see it so much with the trailer there. That looks a little more like a formulaic biopic. You know, I was a huge fan of The Iron Claw last year, which A24 also distributed, and that's, you know, a little bit different. It's wrestling, pro wrestling, as opposed to UFC, but, you know, similar kind of trajectories in terms of those figures, those public figures. When it comes to awards prospects, which is really what a lot of people are wondering about this film and also his brother Josh's film, Marty Supreme, which we also don't have a trailer for yet, and that stars my boy Timothée Chalamet. But for this one, I'm not sold on The Rock yet. I mentioned that a little bit in the beginning. I love The Rock. I'm a fan of his, so I don't want it to come off as that's the case, because it's not. I do like him, and I would actually really think it would be really cool for him to get an Oscar nomination. The only thing is, logistically, this is the first, like, true dramatic role that he's taken on. Everything else he's done has been somewhat comedic, whether you're talking about the Jumanji films or action spectacles like The Rundown and the Fast and the Furious franchise. And And he's great at all that shit, and he's very charismatic and charming, and obviously has the pro wrestling background, so it would speak more to that stuff because the dramatic soap opera-y theatrics that come along with being a pro wrestler probably transfers over really well to basically being an action star, comedy star. But when it comes to drama, it's a different thing. So, but obviously, this is a role that's pretty much catered to him. It's UFC versus pro wrestling, but I mean, he knows that lifestyle, he knows that world. So I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just not currently sold on it yet. Now, would he be in my near misses, like my top 10? Honestly, no, not right now, just because I know who's in that top 10. He's probably in the 15, though. He's probably right around there. So if it comes around next winter and he ends up getting nominated, you can say I was one of the very early haters of this, or disbelievers, if you will, because I'm not a hater. I do like him. But I'm just not sold on it yet. Now, with Emily Blunt, she has a history with the Academy. She's been nominated before. She's a Screen Actors Guild winner, prior winner, and is a seasoned actress. We got to see some scenes with her in there that actually have me wanting to kind of boost her up a little bit. She actually probably will be in my 10 for supporting actress. And that's just going off the trailer. The single tear, taking Mark's picture, and, you know, I mean, that was priceless. A couple scenes with them fighting, like a marriage fight, that would seems like it's gonna be pretty juicy. A couple blow up scenes. So I think Emily Blunt could have a run in award season for supporting actress. You know, I think it looks a little formulaic from like a biopic standpoint when you're talking about award season. But if you're talking about just like entertainment value, I love these kinds of movies. I've said that before. I'm a defender of the biopic. Music biopics too. But I mean, just this is a real life story. I mentioned the Iron Claw earlier. The Wrestler, which was not based on a true story, it was inspired by a true story, where Mickey Rourke was that pro wrestler, kind of run-down figure. But I love these types of stories where we get that snapshot, that insider look behind closed doors in their personal lives of these larger-than-life characters that we come to know through TV or live events or whatever. And this is, the UFC blew up, and Mark Herr's one of the first people that was at the ground level of that, one of the first stars of that conglomerate before it was what it is now, with Dana White and the whole thing. I mean, it's an institution now that's worth billions, but when he was around, he was kind of one of the foundational pieces for that. And then on top of that, you see that you have the storyline built in where the main event is going to be against basically one of his best friends and probably somebody that mentored him, or vice versa, would be my guess. I don't know the story of him. It looks good, and it looks like it'll be a great movie with a lot of cool hooks in it. I want The Rock to succeed, so I don't want that to be mistaken. I'm just not personally sold on it yet because of the Oscars history and what they've done in the past. I think of an actor like Jim Carrey, who is not, a bodybuilding UFC type, but he was traditionally a comedic actor his whole career. And then he took on a few roles that were dramatic, that were definitely Oscar worthy, that were in the conversation, but he never got a nomination. Whether you're talking about Man on the Moon or Eternal Sunshine or even The Truman Show, never got a nomination because the Academy, although they were a lot more stuffy back then, saw him as Ace Ventura, saw him as In Living Color. Okay, so now fast forward to 2025, this is the first role for The Rock, like I said, in drama. So are they going to see that? And then, it's going to be a great performance. I don't doubt that. But are they going to see it and they're going to go, yeah, that was cool, but that's the WWE superstar, or that's, the dude from Fast and the Furious or whatever. Are they going to see that, or are they going to be able to hone in on the performance specifically, which traditionally the Academy is just not done as often as they should. It's not always about the performance. In fact, it rarely is about the performance. It's usually about a lot of other things that are factored into their mental capacity when they're casting their votes. So for that reason, I'm a little skeptical, but I would love it. I'm probably going to have him in that 10 to 15 range right now in terms of ranking for possible nomination for Best Actor. We'll see, but I think his acting in that trailer, I'm going to watch it again, but I was trying to really focus on it. In the beginning part of the trailer, I kind of felt like he was being himself, kind of like the voice and, like when he does interviews or whatever, it was just kind of like him. But then as the trailer went along, I hinted at a little bit of an accent perhaps, and it was a little more soft-spoken. And I don't know Mark Herr. I've never seen a video of him ever, so I don't know what he sounds like in real life. So that could be important too. Is it a really, really good interpretation of that figure? And did he nail the impersonation of him? you know, that could go a long way too in award season. So we'll see. But I will tell you this: I will be there on fucking day one, and I'm also pumped for his brother's movie, Marty Supreme. So these Safdie brothers are splitting up this year, and kind of in a weird way competing. This movie comes out in October. Josh's comes out on Christmas Day, starring Timothée Chalamet. So we'll see. I think they both have really good films on their hands here, and they both look like they're going to be great. The trailer didn't do anything to sway me away from that, so I'm still excited to see this movie. I'm just a little skeptical of its awards chances, but Emily Blunt I feel really good about after the trailer. She kind of rose in my rankings after seeing the trailer. Everything else just kind of stayed where it was, where it's like a possibility, but I'm not like super thrilled about predicting it, but it could happen. We'll see. What did you guys think of the trailer for The Smashing Machine? And let me know, because I haven't watched any reactions as of yet, because I wanted to see the trailer in real time and kind of give you my initial thoughts. So maybe I'm going to sound like an idiot here. I don't know. What did you guys think? I mean, has The Rock got a shot here at being one of the 5 best male actor performances this year in terms of what the Academy thinks? I don't know. We'll see. And also, we have a lot of year left, but I'm curious if you guys think it's a possibility for The Rock this year, or Emily Blunt for that matter. Let me know what you thought of that trailer down below. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you out here next time in the garage.